What is up everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. Tomorrow will finally be the day we have all been waiting for, the release of GTA 5 Expanded and Enhanced. So in this video I'm going to go over all of the information we know so far about this game, the download sizes, the price, the content, and much more. So without further ado, let's get started. First off, I'm going to talk about the download sizes and the current platforms and release time. So as for the download sizes, on Xbox Series X and S it's going to be 86GB, with the maximum size being 94GB. So somewhere in between 86 and 94GB to download this game, meaning you will have to free up quite a lot of space in order to download it. Now, as for the platforms it can be downloaded on, as of right now in pretty much all countries around the world, if you are on either of these consoles, being the PS5 or Xbox Series X and S, you can preload the game available to play right away on March 15th. However, if you are in countries such as Australia or New Zealand, you will be able to play GTA 5 Expanded and Enhanced early, but don't worry, if you aren't in any of these countries, you can simply change the language on your Xbox account to Australian, or for PS5 create a new account with Australia set as your country in order to play the game a few hours early than everyone else. As for PC players, unfortunately this is going to be only a next gen upgrade, so PC won't be getting this. Now as for prices, the game is currently being sold at a 50% discount, which is going to be valid from March 15th up until June 14th, meaning for Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS5, for story mode it will cost you $10, which also includes the online version, whereas the online standalone will be for free for the first 3 months of launch. As for Xbox Series X and S, story mode will cost $20, which of course includes GTA Online, but the standalone version of online will cost $10. However, for the regular prices without the discount, it will be £35 or 60 AU dollars. Okay, now as for what we can expect content wise, there's going to be a lot of things, so this is where it gets interesting. So we should go over the online portion first. For GTA Online players on the PS5 and Xbox Series X or S, there's going to be an all new career builder. This will essentially give new players a leg up when they start out in GTA Online from day one. The career builder will give players a sum of $4 million, which will allow you to purchase a business from either of the executive, gunrunner, nightclub owner, or biker. For this, you can only buy one of these businesses, not anymore, so you'll have to choose very carefully for which purchase you want to make. If you want my personal advice, I would say the gunrunner, as it's the best passive income for a beginner starting out, but it's not just a business you can purchase. With the rest of your $4 million, you can purchase a weapon of choice and a vehicle. However, you will only be allowed to take a maximum of $1 million into online with you, meaning out of the $4 million you were given from the career builder, you'll have to spend at least $3 million in order to take any amount of money back with you. So for my advice, I would buy a bunker with the maximum upgrades and then purchase either an armored Kuruma and a weapon of your choice. If you're still not over the $3 million budget, try spending a little bit more on some flashy vehicles, so you will be able to take the $1 million over into online with you, which will set you up very nicely. The career builder can also be great for some of you beginners who are slightly further into the game, however you don't really have that much money, so you should definitely make the decision to reset your character to get a fresh start with some businesses and money. As for new vehicles for GTA Online, there will be 5 new vehicles, one of which we know of being the Karen S95, which for players who will be migrating over onto next gen will get for free with the modifications and customizations from HOAS Special Works. We also have confirmation of 2 other vehicles from screenshots that we have seen, so that is great. As for the other 2 vehicles, we can only wonder what those might be. Speaking of HOAS Special Works, this is going to be a totally new business add-on to the LS car meet, finally giving it a purpose for new players. What HOAS Special Works is essentially a garage business where you can modify the 5 new vehicles and 5 existing vehicles, giving them a range of customizations from new driving performances and the addition of the new chameleon paint jobs, which players can use on all vehicles, not just the new ones. As well as it being a garage space to modify cars, it sort of acts as a jacked up LS car meet, with the addition of HOAS Special Works time trials, which will rotate every week with the normal time trials, and a premium test ride which will allow players to experience the modifications for themselves. As for the time trials, this will actually be the way to unlock HOAS Special Works. By completing the part-time of one of these time trials in a newly modified vehicle, you'll get the business unlocked. To go along with this, GTA Online will be receiving an assortment of quality of life improvements with the addition of a totally new front-end main menu that allows you to jump directly into free mode, heists, races, adversary modes, you name it. This is going to be great for players, and to give you guys an idea of how this will work, here is a mock-up design made by Videotech on Twitter, which helps to show how this menu overhaul would look like. There will also be the addition of a newly designed introduction and tutorial for new players, and the ability to simply skip the prologue and jump straight into online, which of course, the standalone version of GTA Online, you won't actually be needing the prologue, so that's a great addition. Okay, and finally, here's where the main and most important upgrade comes in. For GTA 5 on next gen consoles, and it's the 4K and 60 FPS. Well, in fact, it's a little bit different. There will be a total of 3 graphics modes to choose from. The first is Fidelity mode, which is the highest quality, giving you a target of 30 FPS and native 4K resolution with ray tracing. This mode is specifically targeted for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, and the next mode is Performance mode, which is the most responsive gameplay mode, giving you 60 FPS and 4K resolution, while the Xbox Series S will have 1080p but still 60 FPS. And the final mode, again just for PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, is called Performance RT mode. This will include the max you can get from upscaled 4K resolution with ray tracing enabled and 60 FPS. So that is of course the best one to go with from either of the two platforms. And lastly, these upgraded versions of GTA 5 will include a range of technical improvements, taking advantage of the PS5 DualSense wireless controller, giving you an immersive experience with haptic feedback in weather effects and terrain. Also, there will be an increase in traffic variety and vegetation around the map, and new improvements in lighting, shadows and explosion effects. And there we have it, just one more day to go until expanded and enhanced. Let me know in the comments if you're excited, and also don't forget to subscribe because you do not want to miss out on future GTA 5 and GTA Online content. So drop us a sub, and while you're down there, hit that like button, it really helps me out. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.